Welcome. Today, this is a permission slip to slow things way down. We just passed the winter solstice here in the Northern Hemisphere, so I'm in Canada, so we're very wintry out there. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you're hitting sort of the pink peak of the more active time. But even if you're in the middle of summer or whenever you're watching this video, sometimes we need a bit of a permission slip to slow down. Our life operates at an unsustainable pace. It is so busy out there, and particularly at times around holidays, there's a bit of a frenetic energy. And North American culture, Western culture, we tend to love the spring and summer seasons. We love the activity, the doing, the being, the achieving, and that can be quite addictive. But we've lost touch with the slower, more introverted, inward being type of seasons of fall and winter. And so each season evokes a different energy. They bring out different parts of our personality. They call for different lifestyle techniques, cooking techniques, activities, even temperaments. So I really am an advocate of really honoring each season as it transitions, but also honoring your internal season. We can have a different season. We can have winter and summer. We can have summer and winter. We can have uh, an internal landscape that it's really important to honor because we can shift day to day, month to month. There are times that we need to go inwards. We need to get silent. We need to listen more than do, or be fed information we need to hear from the inside. So this, my invitation for you today is really a permission slip to rest a little more, to slow things down, to slip into that winter season and go to bed a little earlier, sleep a little later, or just listen a bit more to what wants to be heard internally. I'm a natural introvert, so this season in particular, winter, is my natural. I get very excited. Not a lot of people love winter, maybe, although a lot of people around here are like, thank goodness for the snow and the cold. It just brings this certain coziness to it. But just that internal landscape, this is really your invitation to go inwards. So Eastern medicine, really everything we do is based on this cyclical living. Everything we do based on the seasons, on a life cycle, on a creative process, everything goes through these seasons. Spring is the spark, summer is the growing and the fruits. We have a late summer, which we call harvest. Fall is the letting go, the letting things go that aren't working, the pulling into the essential. The winter is the deep rest. So that comes spring again, we can start again. So if this is resonating with you, I have a few simple suggestions for you to realign with your inner winter or your external winter and bring back some of that healthy sacred balance. We call these more yin activities in that yin yang balance. And if you're a midlife woman or a perimenopausal woman, menopausal woman, which is really where my focus is, you're in your inner fall. This is about stripping away the non-essential, starting to pull your energy inward and see what's most important to you. We also, if you're in this stage of life, you also need to conserve your energy more. A lot of the symptoms we associate with midlife, a lot of the hot flashes, the irritability, the hormonal imbalance stems from us trying to operate in summer when we're really supposed to be going closer into winter to rest to come out on the other side. We call it your second spring. So it's a cycle so that we can come out refreshed. But if we don't have winter, it's like trying to grow a crop all year round, even in winter on the frozen fields. It's not going to happen. We need to rest so that when spring comes, we're ready for that. So if this is interesting to you, here's a few activities that you can use to really embrace this time of year. When we're in the winter season, we have less light. So it's normal. We want to sleep a little longer. So go to bed earlier, rise a little later. See if you can align with the rhythms of the sun and the moon. If you're in a climate that's cold, slow down your cooking style. Warm cooked foods, put them in the oven, cook them longer. That adds a lot more natural warmth to your food, makes it very easy to digest, but it also just It's for me, it's one of my favorite things. If I can smell food cooking through the day and it's a cold, maybe snowy day, and there's warm food cooking in the oven, it's the first step of our digestion, healthy digestion. It preps our digestive system, knowing that food is coming. But it feels very warm and cozy. So using some more warming spices if you're in the northern hemisphere and in that winter season can be really helpful as well. Try anything that slows things down, going inwards. Journal, make it journaling a practice, just sitting with a journal and looking out at the landscape and just see what comes. Try writing, knitting, playing cards, a board game, something that's less stimulating than a really action-packed movie. Certainly disturbing movies are going to stimulate our nervous system. I'm like, I can't watch them anymore. I'm like, oh, la, la, la. But just things that are more calming, just slowing things down, not too much stimulation can be really, really soothing for our nervous system. Visualization, restorative yoga are all really nice ways to slow things down versus an active practice, really letting your system relax into the mat and just doing, 5 poses as opposed to a whole active sequence can be really nice. And just simplifying your life. Try active listening or active receiving. Listen to music. Lie on the floor or bed and just listen to the music versus have it on in the background. Let that be your only activity. Something I love to do is write letters, old-fashioned letters. It's putting a little postcard in the mail or writing a letter to someone that you want. It takes something about pen on paper. It's about really connecting with what you're doing versus sending a quick text or sending an email. It can be a really sort of old school practice, but you might be surprised how much joy it brings you. If I pop something in the mail, it makes me happy. And when someone receives that unexpectedly, it can be such a wonderful gift for them as well. I actually have that with my stepdaughter. I'd pop a note in the mail and then she'd pop one back to me. We wouldn't know, we'd see each other in between, but we'd just have these little love notes going out sometimes. So that's kind of fun. And then just try something like making your morning rituals. If you drink a tea or a coffee, try to expand that ritual. So really be present as you're making your tea or coffee. Instead of just getting on with your day, park yourself by a window, spend a few minutes gazing outside at nature. See what you see. See if you notice anything different when you actually align with the season. Spending time just observing it. Very simple things, but hopefully there's a few things in there that will help you just slow down, get a little more yin, a little more receptive, a little more quiet. And I promise you that's going to help your nervous system as well. So thank you for being here. If you like this video, you can hit like, subscribe if you want more of these little tidbits. I offer a little bit of the science and the soul of midlife and menopause. And if it resonates, you can subscribe and I'm here every week. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Angela Warburton. I'm an Eastern medicine practitioner by trade, with a lot of other things in my back pocket. And I really pull from the ancient wisdom of Eastern medicine, aligning with nature, and really practical tips for you to help transition this powerful stage of midlife and menopause with more ease, with more grace, with more understanding, and more tools in your back pocket. Okay, thank you for being here. Hope you have a beautiful, restful, calm evening or day wherever you are. I will see you next time.